So guys, after many months, I finally got to go back to the cinemas. And well, I got to see something quite interesting, and that is Nobody. This is a new film that is an action black comedy and is directed by Aya Nashula and written by Derek Kolstad. The film stars Bob Odenkirk, who plays Hutch, a quote-unquote nobody, who helps a girl being harassed by a gang of thugs to end up being targeted by a drug lord. This film was released in the US on March 26 by Universal, and the film so far has made $61 million, with mostly positive reviews, especially thanks to Bob's performance. Now moving on to spoiler territory, this is the entire plot of the film. We meet Hutch, who has 2 children and a wife. He has an office job with his father and son-in-law, overall just an ordinary man, but this just isn't enough for him anymore. One night now, a man and woman break into his house, where his son tackles one of them, but Hutch doesn't do anything, and just lets them go. This overall makes him look weak to everyone, but once you see him talk to his brother on the radio, he explains he let them go because they were clearly scared, and the woman even had an unloaded gun. Later on, his daughter asks him to find her missing kitty cat bracelet, where she then thinks one of the robbers took it. This makes him lose it while walking out the house in utter silence. He visits his father, where he then borrows his old FBI badge and gun to track them down. He eventually goes into their apartment and threatens them until he realises they have a sick baby, where he leaves. He then gets on the bus, where he gets stopped by a gang, where they make everyone get off apart from a young girl, and this is where he ultimately beats them up and even kills one of them. He then gets home and starts to reconnect with his family thanks to his new confidence. His brother, however, tells him to visit a guy named the Barber, who tells him about one of his victims who died. The guy was the younger brother to a notorious Russian crime lord. This guy even tracks Hutch down and sends a crew to capture him. When this attack happens, Hutch hides his family and kills most of the crew until he gets tased. But don't worry, he kills the last 3 people in the car. He then makes his family go to safety and then sets the house on fire to destroy any evidence of the house murders. After many hints of who he really is, it explained that Hutch was an assassin who was employed by agencies to kill people who were considered untouchable. However, one day he let one of his targets go, found them a year later, but the guy was now happy with his new family. This then made Hutch retire and then build up his own family. Going back to the present, he buys his father-in-law's company with a hidden stash of gold bars he has, builds up traps there, and goes to burn down the mob boss's hidden money. After the boss doesn't accept the deal Hutch makes with him, they then fight it all out in the factory, where even Hutch's brother and dad joins in. All gunmen then go down with just the boss left. Hutch charges at him with a mine attached to a bulletproof shield and detonates it, which kills the mob boss ultimately. He then lets his brother and father go, as he again gets arrested, but a mysterious call lets him go without any charges whatsoever. Months later, he buys a new house with his wife, while getting an unknown call, where you see he is back as assassin. Yeah, some story. Overall, Connie Nielsen plays his wife. Alexia Cerebrok. Sorry, if you've watched my channel for a while now, you should know I'm not the best with names, but overall, he plays the notorious crime boss. Azier plays the brother, Christopher Lloyd plays his dad, Gage Monroe plays his son, Paisley Kadurath plays his daughter, Michael Ironsdale plays his father-in-law, Colin Salomon plays the barber, and Alexander Powell plays the mob boss's younger brother. Bob joined the cast in January 2018 with Nashula directing and Kolstad writing. Bob also served as a producer with David Leitch. For executive producers, we have Kolstad, Mark S. Fisher, Annie Matter, and even Tobey Maguire of all people. STX Entertainment were also originally going to distribute the film, but in April 2019, Universal brought the rights off them. In October, Nielsen and Lloyd then joined the cast. Filming then began in LA from September until they started filming in Canada in October. Overall, filming lasted 34 days. However, the film only just released this year, and well, that's thanks to COVID, pushing back the original release date of August 14th, 2020. The film also released digitally on April 15th in the US as well, with the film now releasing internationally in cinemas, and that's how I've now seen it. In March, Kolstad stated that there was a potential crossover between this film and the John Wick franchise, since both were created by him and produced by Leitch. However, I don't think this will happen whatsoever because both properties are owned by 2 different companies. We have Universal, who owns well, obviously Nobody, and then we have Lionsgate, who owns John Wick. Even Nalshula stated this later on in the month, although there is more to come with this individual film since Kolstad revealed he's working on a sequel script this month. However, it has not yet been greenlit by the studio, which I weirdly hope it does. Overall, the film really does have a lot of familiar things to the John Wick franchise, such as the blood, bullets, the Russian mob, a cute pet being used, voiceovers. You know what? I think you get it. However, instead of just being a direct copy as many people kind of worried, Kolstad and Nashula really have made this film feel oddly vital. Overall, this is thanks to the character Hutch, who gets to rediscover their skills, which you love to watch. These fight scenes are also so effective as well. You watch this brutal violence as a whole, where you get to see every punch, every kick, and it makes you feel something that is used in every film feels so good. Especially against some of the most modern fight scenes, where you get to see the camera angle switch every second. The overall story of a man embracing his violent side is also, a massive thing movies already do, but here Bob portrays this trope really well, where it shows Hutch is trying to balance his alpha and beta side instead of just being one or the other. I'd say one problem that I have with the film is that you never really see how his new family fully react to this. But still, come on, you get to fucking see Christopher Lloyd shooting a mob boss's crew alongside Az Ye. These two are also teased to come back in the game in the end credit scene as well. Overall, this film really gives you a 91-minute adventure full of bloody violence, and I promise you, you will love it somehow. Overall though, if you have watched the film, what are your thoughts on it? Comment down below with it. If there's any feedback you got for the video, please also comment down below, because I'd love to improve for you guys. So that's overall been my thoughts. I really loved the movie. Please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you watched the content for a while now, and that's all I really want to say. And again, I really want to hear your guys' opinions on the film. So thank you so much for watching, and peace.